Hello, everyone. It's good to see you all. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Ivan Likov, founder, CEO, and lead developer at Fone Network. It's good to see that you have joined us today for our live Q&A session to answer some of the most frequently asked questions, as well as clear some things about the app's functionality. And at the end of this Q&A session, I will share something exciting that's in store for you all, even before the release of the mainnet. So we already have our first question. And in fact, I did prepare some questions myself that I've been seeing pop up here and there. In fact, that question aligns with my first question, and that is, when mainnet? This is a really good question. In fact, as we're all anticipating and waiting eagerly for that mainnet, it's been a long time coming, but it's worth it, as I've been testing and working on that testnet for quite some time, ironing out bugs and issues. So we are planning to release it as soon as possible, but it is scheduled by the end of Q3 this year. That is the first one. Okay, so obviously this session is recorded. The moment this video ends, it will become a YouTube video, so you can all watch it later again. We have a question from Dark Lord Gaming asking, what exchanges will it be released in the future? That also aligns with one of my questions that I have. We used to be on LA Token and Probit. We are still aiming to have the mainnet released on those exchanges, plus a few of the top tier exchanges. We have been in conversation with LBank, MEXC, and HTX. And those have all gave us offers. In fact, they even gave us a great deal due to the fact that they like the project and want to have it listed before the giants see it. So we have those lined up, and they're waiting for a test network to join, just like our app is now, to start implementing the coin. Okay, yes, I totally agree that the fees on LA Token are too high, and that is their own choice. They have decided to keep them that way, and they will remain so until they decide to either change it. So that is why we want to list on other exchanges as well. I have prepared another one for you guys, and that is, what is the price that Fone will be listed? Well, if you are part of the app, you are seeing the market page, and that market page does show the current price being 00417. That is the initial listing price. This is what exchanges do ask us to release the coin at, and this would be our starting price. You can always head over to the Fone Network app and just click market, and you will see it says price towards the top. Okay, I had survey among our group to see how many have stored private keys on wallets attached to legacy accounts. Afraid to say most of us only latest wallets private keys, which so have those. Okay, that is a really interesting topic to talk about. What are legacy accounts? Well, legacy accounts are all of those accounts that were off-chain, that we have been allowing users to join with Google, Apple, or Facebook, and are binded to those logging credentials. So with that said, those are not Fone coins. Those are Fone tokens. That was a token listed on the Solana blockchain, and it will get migrated to the mainnet the moment the Fone coin and the blockchain are ready. You were also given the opportunity to mine Fone coins off chain, and those were given at an extra rate than calculated. Therefore, they will also be migrated, but at a different rate. So legacy accounts are easily accessible. And in fact, I will show how you can access your legacy account right on screen. Okay, so that is an emulation of our application. And while I'm in my account, and I have some phone test and some mainnet phone, some tether and credits, these are not pulled from my legacy account. In fact, those are all on my new wallet that I created on the blockchain. Those test wallets are also good for mainnet. As long as you keep your private keys, you are definitely eligible to use those same wallets on the mainnet when it comes live. But the legacy accounts, those are all stored in the more section under login. So when you hit login, then you are able to either do Facebook or Google, as this is an Android emulator. iOS users will see login with Apple, and you will be able to click on Google. I'm using a test account here. And after successfully logging, you will see a different information, different amounts showing up. Those are the amounts that were in your legacy accounts. So as you can see, the logo here is the Fone token. The logo here is the off-chain Fone coin. The mainnet Fone looks like this. So when you go to more, and if you are already logged in, you will see legacy account. Just head on to that legacy account and you will see all the information that your legacy account holds. You can easily log out and log into another account that you have, perhaps with Facebook or Apple. But this is the account that I currently have on the legacy structure. These all are eligible for migration. And I see I'm getting a few other questions in the chat, and I'll get to those as soon as possible. It's just that there's been a lot of communication and talk about legacy. So I would like to clear that out before we move forward. So the legacy account holds your profile picture, your nickname, the date that you have registered, the bio of your account, as well as a wallet that you can deposit Fone, either from third-party wallets like Trust, like exchanges, LA Token or Probit, or anywhere else that you will be or might be keeping your Fone up to this moment. By depositing into the app, you ensure that your Fone is ready to migrate to the mainnet the moment we go live. So if you don't have it on the Fone Network app, you should go to that third-party wallet or exchange and deposit it via this deposit function. It's very important to know that the moment you send the Fone and you see on the third party that the transaction was successful, you must come back into the Fone Network app and hit that complete deposit button. What it will do is it will check for new deposits and it will credit you the Fone. I have seen some of you send Fone and say that it was never received, where they should come back and hit complete deposit. That is very important step. If you still have some premium sessions, power sessions, or boosts, you will see how many of those are left, and you're still able to earn the Fone token. As you can see, I have an active earning session from the legacy account. But the moment those are done, they will be gone and will not migrate. If you don't want to, that's fine. They will migrate at a later stage at a 1-to-1 ratio for those. Staking, if you have an active staking session from the legacy account, you can keep track of it right here and even claim it it is important that you claim your staking sessions before the mainnet, as any unclaimed phone will simply get burned. There isn't much left as we keep track on our system, and I will make sure personally that we send quite a few announcements regarding this before we hit mainnet to make sure that none of you get their phone burned. From there on out, you will see the different amounts that will get migrated. So another very important question regarding phone, coin, and token from the legacy accounts is their conversion rate. So after calculations and after making our tokenomics, we have decided to migrate the phone token at 100-to-1 ratio. So every 100 phone tokens will equal one phone coin. While at first sight, decreasing by 100 times your amount might look not good, I could assure you that the quantity is not what matters. It is the quality or the value of what you're holding. And our calculations show that you will have a larger or a higher value in USDT Tether after the migration, even with less amount of coins. Same thing goes for the phone coin. 20-to-1 ratio here, but the value is higher than what it was before. Tether, obviously 1-to-1 ratio. All your credits, premium power sessions, and boosts will migrate at 1-to-1 ratio. Another thing that migrates are your NFTs. All NFTs that you hold and own prior to the mainnet on your legacy account will migrate with all their stats and details to the mainnet. I am not, as this is not a real user, KYC approved, but those that are KYC approved from before will see their KYC status and even verification. If they have got the badge, you will get that migrated to the new mainnet. You don't have to do KYC again if you see it in the app, because it detects that this specific wallet was not KYC'd. But if you migrate your legacy account to it, it will get that KYC as you basically bind your account. Last thing I wanted to mention is that doing the KYC doesn't hurt if you do it a second time, because you do provide the same identification or whatnot, but it is optional at this point. And at this time, I would like to just go back into the chat and see some of the questions. If I've missed something, obviously we'll talk about it again. Would the migration of legacy account be migrated to existing wallet? And also, would our verification badge be applicable to the wallet? Well, we just answered that, but I would like to tap into that migration just a tiny bit more. So when you are migrating your account, as you can see, I have the wallet, my official test wallet here, with the legacy wallet information over here. Since I'm logged in, I do see it on the main page. If I switch accounts, if I go to a test account right here, you will see the legacy wallet still stays on the main page. And that is because the wallets are on the blockchain, but the legacy account is a separate layer. It does not go with the wallet that you're currently on or in. In fact, the moment you migrate your information, it migrates specifically to the wallet that you're currently using. So if I have Ivan here and I hit the migrate button, which is currently not available in the app, as you can see over here, but it will be at a later stage, I will migrate all my data into the Ivan wallet, not into the test one. So it's very important that you are in the wallet that you want to migrate your data to. Oh, thank you so much, Instant Vid. I love you all too. Ivan, when the phone coin is launched, will the premium mining packages end? If it doesn't end, Don't you think it could harm trading on exchanges? Well, I will show you one message over here. So start earning and premium earning. Start earning, you know that part. Look at the bottom one. This is an early bird opportunity, and the earning rates and bonuses will get adjusted with the release of the mainnet. I absolutely agree with you that we shouldn't earn at those rates when mainnet hits, and those rates will actually be changing live based on the performance of the coin on the exchanges. So those will continue to stay, at least most of them. We might get rid of or add some other packages, but definitely will not stay at these high rates. So early bird opportunities here. I am great. Thank you for asking. So we had installed the version 4995. Most of us had not stored their private keys prior to 995, and that is totally fine. This is why we're still on a test net, or this is why while we're on a test net, that's fine. But again, I can't stress enough how important it is to create and store your private keys. It is extremely important to do so because moving forward, when the mainnet hits, if you don't have your private keys, you cannot access your accounts. Even more importantly, if you have earned Fone right there and then, you will only get that Fone to the wallet that you actually claimed the earning session. Earning sessions do pass from wallet to wallet as you switch. Most of you have noticed you start an earning session, you go to a different wallet, and the earning continues. It only matters which wallet you actually claim that earning session to. That's the wallet that actually gets that Fone and will get that Fone migrated to the mainnet. So it's very important that you do store your private keys. And if you have missed storing it while creating the account, you can easily go to your profile. Up on the top, there's the settings gear. Hit that. And on the bottom, you will see backup wallet. I will enter my extremely hard to guess PIN, and you will see the private key there. As you can see in big, bold red letters, we have an important notice for you, and that is to store it, as premium sessions will only be passed and stored on that wallet that you're currently in. So please store those. We do have the opportunity to assist you if you have some Fone on mainnet Fone in accounts that you didn't have your private keys for. So hit us up at support@fone.dev. We're going to make sure to assist you with that. But moving forward, do save your private keys. Look at that. I have Jay Prakash for that question. I just noticed, and it's good to see you. It's been a long time. So I am sure this will be the same case with most of old investors who have joined before or since ICO. All investors are not tech savvy. Investors belong to different age and different level of education. And that is exactly why we want to make sure that each investor has the ability to test and play around with the app. So hiccups like this can easily be fixed before mainnet. We never store any of the private keys. We never access those. And with that said, it's definitely important to store them moving forward. Okay, before going to mainnet, can we request to reset all wallets attached to legacy accounts with current latest wallets so that all investors can save private keys of latest wallets? And absolutely, we're going to make sure that migration goes smoothly. There will be no one left behind. There will be a 1-year window given to each and every one of you to migrate, with numerous announcements and emails sent to help you along the way of migrating fast. And to be honest, as long as you have all your Fone in the Fone Network app, it's a matter of a simple click of a button. You log into your legacy wallet. It will not be automatic. You will have to log in, and there will be a big button on the bottom that says migrate. You press it, you confirm that you're migrating to that specific wallet, and you're good to go. Currently, I'm having over 11K dollars. Can I withdraw any? You will be able to withdraw only after the release of the mainnet. Most of the phone that you are currently seeing, it's either test phone or even mainnet phone or tokens and coins from off-chain. Those will need to be migrated to the mainnet before you can withdraw. So withdrawals will automatically start with the release of the mainnet. Okay. Learn a lesson, guys, says CryptoZone. Always save your keys as soon as you open a new wallet. Absolutely agree with you. Also, I can't stake or purchase NFTs. How can I do it now? Well, staking and purchasing NFTs, or essentially doing vital functionalities in the app, are all done through the phone test. So I'll just switch to my main, and I will show you that I currently have about 24 million Fone. I can stake, which I have already done so earlier today with another reset of the main net, of the test net. And I can also purchase NFTs by simply opening the NFT and hitting trade. I am able to get that. In fact, I will get that right now. And congratulations to the owner. He has received some test phone that is for testing purposes, but again, this will be the exact same process when we move to mainnet. So I'm able to do so, and as you can see, 95K phone will now exit my wallet, but it's all for testing purposes, and you can also see the transactions down here and what you have done with that. More wisdom, thank you. To increase the phone price, we need to have utilities and marketing. Do you have any marketing plan to promote phone? Absolutely. Google has once said, no matter how great of an idea you have, even if it's $1 billion idea, without marketing, it's worth nothing. So we do have plans for that. And in fact, we will share more about it as we get closer to the mainnet. When PhoneCoin gets listed on exchanges, it is from the is it from the 300 million coin designated for marketing that would get listed first before the 5%. So when PhoneCoin gets listed for marketing, all the costs associated with listing in coins will go from the treasury of the company. So the 300 million designated for marketing will be strictly for marketing for third parties, not exchanges. Okay. I was joined since 2019. That's great stuff. Wow. Okay. When are you planning to go live? By the end of Q3, but as soon as possible. Will this project thrive alongside Pi Network? Well, Pi Network are a bit different. Their ideology is a bit different. Therefore, we cannot compare ourselves to any other project due to the fact that this is a unique, first-of-a-kind, on-device blockchain storing. Therefore, I hope we both thrive. I mean, that's great. I tried to send Phone from my card Clash, but couldn't. So for those of you that were part of the apps and games that we had or still have, like Crypto Treasures, Crypto Planet, Card Clash, or Crypto Cards back in the day, and Green Karma, all the withdrawals in those apps have been halted until the release of the mainnet because Phone token is no longer usable. Therefore, it needs to be migrated. And all of the assets that were in Crypto Treasures and Crypto Planet were automatically converted to Phone back in the day when those went into maintenance. And the Card Clash ones are still available to use in the game and will get migrated the exact same way that these Phone tokens and coins from the Phone network legacy accounts will. So the process will be identical. We want to make it as simple as possible. Why did you give your project name to be Fone with an F? What's the inspiration for the name? Oh, that's no, I never thought of that. I'm just kidding. Well, we're on mobile devices, so phones, why not have a phone currency? Okay, the NFT we made that are on legacy accounts, will they have any specific price or will it be the price we sent them to? Yeah, those will have the exact same price that you've set on the legacy accounts, but you can easily change them as the moment you migrate all your assets to the mainnet, you will simply be able to go in and edit each NFT. Editing is very simple. Just go into the NFT and you hit the settings. As long as you own it, you have the settings button, and you can just simply change the price for those that migrate. Hi, about asset migration. I know it is semi-automated, means we have to press a button. Do we see it in our accounts after pressing the button, or does it have to be processed manually by your team first? You know what? That is a brilliant question. In fact, I didn't think of that question starting the live, but now that you mentioned it, MacDM, it is very good because once you process your migration or once you press the button, all your assets will undergo a manual migration. Therefore, we will have to vet all your assets, or at least our system will. And just like withdrawals, it will take a little bit of time, 24 to 48 hours based on migration releases. We have the alpha users migrating first, then the beta, then the extra beta users. Then we're going to go with main release. So most of those will get migrated at stages, and it will be faster. But once we open the doors to everyone, we will see a little bit of delay into migrating them, but you will have information in the app about it being pending, approved, and all your assets migrated. So it would be easy to follow and understand. Hello. What percentage will be unlocked per month? The first time it was 6 billion with 5%. Then the supply increased to 12 billion. Will it be 10%? Thanks. Right for the unlocking to be 10%, right? No, in fact, we are still at 5%. It is 5% on TGE, or the moment we go live. So each one receives 5% on day one. And then 30 days from that point, they start receiving 5% each time. So you will have to migrate your assets to obviously get your vesting going, or activate the account by just logging in with your private key or legacy account. And from that moment on, a 5% per month is what you receive. But don't confuse it with how much you actually own. You own the entire amount. It's just 5% of that is available. And I'm going to jump to the app for a second again to show you. So if I have 23,881 phone, the moment it migrates, I will still have 23,881. That is given. But how much of that is available? Sorry, that was on the total. But how much of that is available shows on top of here. So when you migrate your assets and you see that you only have 5% of what you had, just press that, which at that point will no longer say test, and there will be no mainnet. It will just be one phone. So press the phone, see the total. That total will be exactly the same as you are expecting or anticipating or converted to, but the availability will be 5% of that, and it will grow each and every month. Phonium was the original name, indeed. Yes, just like Electronium, Ethereum, and many yums at the end, we decided to simplify it and just name it Phone. The blockchain itself is Phone Network, but the coin is Phone. No live date yet, but I assure you, you will know in advance. It won't be that you just wake up one morning and mainnet is live. There will be an announcement with some countdown timer for you guys. Okay, you're an Indian and good project. Hello, hello. Status of validation app. Is it ready with percentage? What percentage is it ready? For clarification, absolutely. I would easily just tell you it's 80% done validation, but you know what? There's always unforeseen events. We've seen it in the past. So I got to say that it is very close to actually getting you guys on board to start validation. In fact, it's less than 2 weeks until the end of the month. So we are still in track for that. Okay, a breakdown of 1-to-1 ratio is specific monetary terms, in specific monetary terms. So I believe that question is in regards to the legacy account and its migration. It is 100-to-1 and 20-to-1 for the coin. So the token, if you had 10,349,000 phone tokens, you will have 103,490 phones. And if we head over to the calculator, we will see that 104,000 phone, it's about $433 worth of listing price, the price that we will get listed on exchanges. I am sure that the 300 and some whatever the number was, the 10,340,000 wasn't worth that much upon listing, of course. Okay, in Google, it shows low price to token, but in the phone app, high price, which is real. I believe what you're seeing in Google was the token at the time that it was listed on exchanges. So for that matter, this is the coin and the price that it will get listed. In fact, if you press this I, it will tell you that it's the price that we will get listed on exchanges the moment we go live. So this is the price to be set. The price you've seen is the one that was for the token back in the day listed on exchanges. Staking is working, but it is with test phone. So it's for testing purposes only. And you can get some phone as long as you have enough to stake the minimum, which is 0.01% of the supply. So at 5,659,000,000 currently testing, you will need about 56 million to test, or 5.6 million to test, or 56 million tops to test the staking. There's a minimum and maximum, and it's in percentage. Good day to you, Rotimi. Sorry if I butchered the name. Good day, Mr. Ivan Likov, founder, CEO of Phonium. How Phone, now Phone Network. It's been a long ride, if I can remember vividly, from PHTG, phone token moving from the Ethereum to the Tron network, to Solana, and now to the final phone mainnet. Yes, you actually remembered it exactly in the timeline that things happen. And I gotta say that it's been a wild ride, but we're towards the end, just a little bit more. Let's talk about new games. Let's leave that for last, shall we? What will happen with the Fonera NFTs? Oh, if it's not Hilden asking this question, there wouldn't be anyone else, or him or Bruno, one or the other. Well, to say the least, all your NFTs that you currently hold, in fact, in my legacy account, you can see there's a few test ones. Those will migrate and will automatically increase your rank. So if I'm rank 0 right now, you can see my rank over here. If I migrate all these bad boys, so that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So those are 240 rank increases for me because they're worth 20 each. The gold ones, 20 each, the regular 1 each. So those will all increase my rank by 1. They will get burned. Sorry, that's the sunset. Let's pretend for a moment it was a Fonera one. But yeah, those will get burned automatically. They have no use case moving to mainnet. They will not be migrated and stay. They will be migrated and transferred over to rank. And the ones that you've paid for alpha testing and beta testing will also count towards your rank. Is there still a place to report bugs and issues in the app? Oh, most definitely. Just head over to the more section and the report a bug is right there for you under general, the last item. Oh, that's Joseph. Good to see you here, Joseph. When staking work? Well, staking will work with the release of the mainnet. As right now it's with test phone. The mainnet phone is the one that you'll be able to stake with the release. Total supply of phone after migrate? Well, the total supply will be 12 billion upon launch. So we launch and the Genesis block will mint exactly that. So by minting 12 billion, it will then get distributed to each one of you, including the treasury, team advisors, and investors. And the vesting starts just then with the very first transaction after the genesis. Please explain the difference in the amount shown on the main app page and on your profile page. Right. On the main app page, you see all of them, the test one, the main one, the tether, and the credits, if you have some. I mean, tether is not available yet, but it will be with your migration and with some rewards that you can claim for NFTs. But the one in your profile only shows the test one. That's the phone test. That's the one you can see in the phone explorer. Ooh, I'm really not going to keep you in suspense, but whoever hasn't seen it, our phone explorer is live and it works and it shows all transactions and everything. You can browse it and you can look it through, but as you can see, the one in the phone explorer comes from the testnet. So that is why you see the testnet phone in your profile. But on the main page, you do see the one that will get migrated. Love you, Phonium. Love you too. I did my KYC days ago, but all I see is get verified and see an option to buy the verified badge. Does this mean I completed KYC? I don't see it saying complete. So, what does this mean? Well, that was a great suggestion by, I'm sorry, I can't remember, but someone suggested to add the verification badge to show the KYC. In fact, if you head over to the Google Play Store right now, you will see an update, and that update, Edward, will show you that you have completed KYC. We have added this badge. There was a small update that was fixing the Phone Explorer links not working. Now they're working and are also showing KYCs being approved right there on the spot. You won't see this as, admins see that one, but you will definitely see the KYC approved. Getting verified, what you see there afterwards, is a verified badge. Now, this badge is a one-time fee, so it costs 20 US dollars, and it gives you the ability to have the badge, which shows not only on your homepage and your profile, but also someone bought that NFT from you, from me. Oh, look at that, same owner. So yeah, with that said, this badge does show everywhere where you're displayed. So as you can see over here, it shows, and it also shows on the people page. So right there, you can see the verified badge and people that were verified, and that is what the verification gives you. So KYC, it's person ID, knowing that you are who you are. But the verified badge is the badge that you see on your profile. They're not together, they are not connected. Just you cannot be verified if you're not KYC. That's the logic behind it. Question is, how will you guarantee and the phone network team strategize and make sure the price of phone coin will remain stable and go up in value as there are investors who already buy the coin? Number one, I'm not a person that likes to speculate. In fact, I'm totally against speculation. I have been developing the project from day one with a minimum viable product. I'm not one to keep promising things that don't show anything for. But what I could say is that we have quite a few strategic moves in place to make sure the price is stable, grows, and doesn't get dumped from day one. One of those is vesting. Very important for each project. Vesting, obviously, now that we have a big chunk of Fone in the community, it is important to have vesting in place. Number two is the SDK, or the development kit that we are building and giving in the hands of everyone with the release of the mainnet. If not on day one, shortly after. But we will have some unique opportunities and partnerships with projects that have implemented Fone before the mainnet, including us. But more on that at the end of this slide. So that's number two. And number three, obviously, word of mouth. By making sure that we spread the word out of the project and we get the attention to more exchanges, more interest in the project means more stability, more ground to cover, and more exchanges need to sell. On more exchanges, we need selling to get the price lower. But again, this is all coming one by one. What will $1,000 investment be like on one-to-one ratio? Well, right now, if you look in the app, and I will just quickly jump to it to show you, you are not able to get a $1,000 investment. Instead, you can do $100 US. This is with tax. In Canadian, it's $135. But in US, it's $100. It gives you 23,980 and another bonus of 3,597, or roughly about 29,000. So if it's 27,500. So 27,500 equals $114.67. Add another zero to it for $1,000. That gives you $1,146.75 worth of Fone on listing price. That is what you will receive if you activate 10. We call them, each session has a name. This is the ultimate. In fact, if you press to purchase, you will see it's called ultimate right there. So 10 ultimate packages give you about that much. Before now, we get to purchase the AI NFTs, which we could redeem for USDT credits, Fone tokens, etc. With the release of the mainnet, could we still do the same? And yes, we can definitely do the same. In fact, you see those credits over here. These NFTs can be created with credits. You will not be charged credits if you have some in your account right now. The only way you can get some is if you subscribe to the Fone Pass. So that gives you 3 credits each month. But if you get that, you will not be charged. Creating an AI NFT will be something that will get binded to your account, and at a later stage, you will be able to burn it and receive some reward back. So I cannot burn that. I delete it because I'm an admin. I'm not an owner. But if I was to own that NFT, I will be able to burn it for some reward to be implemented with the release of the mainnet. How long will migration and exchange listing be from each other? Hope it's migration and exchange listing won't take longer. And yes, you're right. So it's very important that we don't have a huge gap between mainnet and listing date, or the day we start trading. And that's the fact that we have a working testnet in store allows exchanges to start checking how implementation works. They will also be using the SDK. That's good news for them, because most of the custom projects require a whole node to be set up on their server, something that, having so many coins and custom projects out there can become hard for those exchanges to keep up, but we don't require a node to be running on their end. So they will be using the SDK for sending, receiving, checking transactions and things like that. So we will start the process before the release of the mainnet, making sure that the cap is brought to a minimum. Could I share the vision with you? Oh, the vision of Fone? That's my passion. Of course, I could share that. What do you envision Fone will be used for? How do you think it will grow in usage? That is a brilliant question, Joseph. And I would love to talk about that. But right now, I'm sure if I start talking about it, it will go for another hour or two. I could talk all day about it, in fact. So, how about, since I have quite a bit of questions to go through, and I'm sure I'm not able to go through those. We time this Q&A session at a 1 hour, and we just do them weekly. Why not do another one next Saturday? And we'll start with the vision of Fone. We'll start with my ideology is for moving forward, and we'll have some Q&A at the same time. So I think that's a great idea. So thumbs ups in the chat if you would like to do those more often. We'll be able to exchange Fone for USDT and vice versa on the app, or only on exchanges. Well, we're not an exchange. We don't have the license to do so, and we won't be able to allow conversions from the mainnet Fone to USDT. But what you can do is use your phone to create a limited edition NFT. Those will be available each month. And as long as the supply lasts, you will be able to mint one and right there and then convert it to USDT, basically redeem that NFT for USDT. Each NFT has its own rarity. In fact, I will show you again the app for a moment. So that ocean boat, you can see there's different rarities. And if there was some mythic ones, they're worth $100 a piece. And there is a smaller chance to get that, but as supply drops less and the NFT is still available, you will be able to get a better chance to get that. So those will be redeemable for USDT from the get-go. So you will be able to do so with the release, yes. Token exchange, LA Token, and Probit. We were on those. We would like to continue with those. And we also have LBank, MEXC, and HTX lined up with conversation about those. How many games apps developers do you currently have in progress for using Fone? Stuart, we do have a couple companies, or it's actually three, that are currently playing around with the internal SDK. They are planning to release their apps and games. And we are also having some exciting news for you at the end of this live. Will the wallet ever be multi-sig? Why not? I mean, multi-sig wallets are not hard to make. You just have to work for each and every blockchain out there that you want to implement. We could definitely, not for mainnet, but definitely a possibility for a future progression of the project. Question: will users making use of the testnet receive an airdrop for their efforts? Well, absolutely. And here is the airdrop right there and then for you. Start earning. As of the last update, not the small one with bug fixes today, but the previous one last week, it was this week. It was planned for last week, but Google took forever and a half hours to release it. But yeah, so now you can earn 5 Fone daily. It does require a video to watch, so you need to watch a video to start that. And some areas might not have a video available, even though we use the most trusted and popular ad providers out there. And if you have an ad blocker, you would have to pause it for a moment. And earning Fone each and every day at 5 apiece, that is free, absolutely available for you. Hey, Stans91. I didn't understand it correctly. Are the first 5% released immediately after pressing the migration button? So the faster you press the button, the sooner you get the first release. Exactly, Hilton. That's exactly what I meant. Not the very moment you press migration, the migration button, but the very moment your migration gets approved within 24, 48 to 72 hours, depending on how busy the process is. But yeah, the moment you get your phone, that's the exact moment that you start getting it vested. So you get your 5% right there on the spot, and the timer starts ticking for you only, and everyone that did it at the same time, obviously. So the faster you migrate, the faster you get your coins. Tell us about the achievements of Dubai show. Well, one thing I would love to say all of them. I really do. But again, I've learned from the universe that the more you talk about your goals or your ideas or even a work in progress, the less it actually goes to fruition. In fact, I would love to just say that there is one of those companies that we are working with that I mentioned has the SDK in their hands that is currently working with it. And we also have some potential for hardware. Let's just call it hardware for now. But obviously, more in the future, as long as it uh, goes through. What are your thoughts on the current crypto market? Do you have any expectations for the phone price? Well, I could easily sit and talk about Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the rest of the crypto market, but there are a ton of YouTubers that do that, or streamers out there. I would just say that the crypto market has been in the early stage for the longest time. Most of the people that are in it are for the money, not for the use cases, and I totally get it and understand it. So it needs some time to settle, but it's nowhere near done. It will continue to grow. It will have some dips, as everything else in the world has, but it will continue to grow as more and more people and projects actually develop use cases for the industry itself. Phone is the game changer for the next bull run. Three thumbs ups, and one from me, four, or maybe many, many, many from me more. And with that said, how do you plan to drive adoption and grow the phone network community? Number one priority is to stay strong as a community that we already are. So if we are strong, one person can tell five people. Five people can tell another five people. So word of mouth is number one priority for me. We want to make sure that we are a strong community in order to get the rest of the people to join our community. So that's number one. Number two, marketing and advertising to spread the word out there for the rest of the people that cannot hear about us. And number three, continued development, never ending, never stopping, always improving. The listing price is 0.00417 and 12 billion initial supply, that is approximately 50 million market cap. How much has been generated from investor partnership to keep price stable, a launch because dips bad? Yes, that is 50 million is the estimated value or market cap based on the total value. And as discussed a little earlier, we have the plans in place from continued development and marketing in place, as well as the vesting period and partnerships with other projects for use cases to sustain the price and, in fact, grow it. If you have done the KYC in the legacy account, can you see the KYC status in the app in the legacy? I believe so. I am not 100% sure, but I believe it is there. If it's not, we'll make sure we add it. But I believe we did have a check for that and it shows KYC approved. In fact, it was over here underneath those lines, if I'm not mistaken. Again, we'll have to check. But if not, it's good to show to say that it will be migrated as well. Are there any partnerships or collaborations in the pipeline that you can share today? No, but Very soon, even before mainnet? Yes. For migration of legacy account, any restrictions for wallet or any wallet we use for migration after mainnet? Thanks. Yeah, any wallet. You don't need a specific wallet as long as you can access it and have the private key stored and saved somewhere safe. You are totally good to go and migrate your assets. Use case of phone gaming. Number one, gaming is a heaven for phone. The transactions being so little, in fact, 0.12, very minimum transactions, and 12-second blocks, pretty fast. Gaming heaven. If phone have own blockchain in future, will have own exchange. Those don't go hand in hand. Exchanges can be without their own coin. Yeah, I know that Probit has its own and LA has its own, but it's not necessarily needed. We don't know, but the future is bright and open for anything, and anything can happen as long as we want it. Before now, we get to see top holders of the token. Could it be the same for the coin? Oh, most definitely. I mean, you could easily go to the phone explorer and be able to see all the holders and everything about them. Obviously, everything meaning the wallet address and a few things. So, just going to share the screen real quick again and look at my wallet. If you didn't know that was me, you wouldn't know that it's me. You would just know it's the FOFB account that has that much phone and has been doing those transactions, nothing more than that. So, with that said, you will see stop holders. You can even, spy on them when they move their phone. But, for a fact, that's what makes the project really transparent. After the blockchain conversion, I was given 2.7 million phone token, which gave me over 11K. What will be like when it hits 1-to-1 ratio? That will encourage more investment. So after the blockchain conversion, I was given 2.7. So I believe you had 270 million phone, if that's the case, because it's 100-to-1. Then what would happen is you would get the 2.7 million. It would start vesting. You will see 2.7 million here, but you will only see 5% of that available on day one for you to trade if you wanted to. I like your T-shirt. Yay! Yes, in fact, you can purchase some. We are soon going to have those available to purchase. And I'll make sure, Joseph, you're the first one to know about it when the time comes. When can the legacy account be used for exchange? The moment the mainnet hits. In fact, if you go to legacy account, you will see that it says migration will become available with the release of the mainnet, meaning the moment mainnet hits, you will be able to migrate your assets and start using them. And concerning the 5 free early phone phone daily, I think it's not a good idea because these are free money, but maybe it's generated money for the project. And will it end before the mainnet or continue to be after? Number one priority for us is to make sure the app works. And you guys are our helpers, our team to make that happen. So giving you free phone is coming from our heart. So definitely something that we are very happy and glad that we are doing. But there is something in place. So if you hit that I right there on the top, you will see that we are allocating only 100 million phone. And it's starting at 5. Each 10 million that it deplete from the supply allocated, the earning rate will drop to 4.5, 4, 3.5, and so on until the last 10 million at 0.5 phone a day gets depleted and free earning phone is done. So yes, it will not be here forever. It is definitely a good timing and good time to do it now. Oh yeah, time is almost up. Yes, it is 5 o'clock. I have a few questions and things that I wanted to look at real quick, and we will continue next Saturday, I guess. First of all, I like your shirt. I like it too. Thank you. Looking forward to next week's session. Most definitely. Me too. Can I have the phone shirt sent to me? I will pay. My color is gray. Well, when the shirts are available, we will let you guys know. We need those shirts. Yay. Many thanks for your hard work, for your work, Ivan. How do you feel when you know that you can finally release the blockchain after a long period of development? Well, I am extremely excited, to say the least. I feel a lot of joy, a lot of happiness, and I don't know. Don't want to get too sentimental over here over that question. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I think it should be 7 days and not 24 hours to get the 5 coins, as there will reduce the coin supply because we don't want phone coin like token that was increasing the supply and value keep reducing. And you are right, earning will change with the release of the mainnet. Now it's at 24 hours, but again, there's only 100 million, and we've actually been thinking and projecting that in advanced, and it's not going to go out of hand. It's all calculated. One more thing, your Telegram account and other accounts need to be active. Yes, we are active on the Telegram channel. In fact, I'm sure you all are part of it. And if you're not, Phone Network it is. And most definitely, we would love to chat there. You have 11,800,000 some phone coin. After mainnet, it will be converted again. If it's the phone coin, the yellow one, 20-to-1 ratio. If it's the token, 100-to-1 ratio. If it's phone mainnet, 1-to-1 ratio. No more conversions. Concerning the cloth, can we in Nigeria get it to these will be a good publicity. We can buy it and wear with pride. Thank you. We'll definitely consider that. I'm happy that. Oop, it just jumped. Oh yeah, I'm happy that you saw one of my NFT tests I created a couple weeks ago. Oh, was that you? Oh, that was so nice. Yep, there you go. Will my account migrate automatically when mainnet launches? No, your account will migrate once you press the big button that appears over here. So this text will change to migrate. You have to press it for it to migrate. Or that's what I think, because yeah, that was my picture. When the mainnet gets launched, would get a tattoo of you, Ivan, with the phone logo. That's a promise. You don't have to. I mean, I'm just here for you guys, and would definitely not want you a tattoo of me. But if you love it, why not? You know, I have a Android guy. I'm a huge Android fan, so an Android tattoo, something that's not a person or a name, I'm totally for it. But yeah, thank you so much for the love, guys. I truly appreciate you all, and definitely had a fun time. It's my first live, and I would like to thank you for participating, and this video will become available. We'll put some timelines for you to jump to specific topics if you wanted to hear about them again, but we'll continue next Saturday. We're going to schedule it again, perhaps for the same time. And with that said, looking forward to seeing you all in the chat and in the Phone Network app. Have a great weekend. See you soon.